Flashpoint with moderator Kevin Ogle, along with Mike Turpen and Burns Hargis.
Good morning and welcome to Flashpoint. On the program is somebody we've wanted to have for quite some time. Much maligned, some say, during the last few months. Others say justly criticized. Either way you look at it, he is not afraid to take on a question. We have with us Mike Brown, the native Oklahoman from Guymon, Oklahoma, the former head of FEMA, his name popped up, of course, during the Katrina hurricane disaster. We're going to be talking to Mike about what he's doing now and how he feels after the months following Katrina and the controversy that was involved there as well. Andy Lester, his attorney, is here with us as well. Andy's going to help with some of the maybe tougher questions that we're going to have to pose to Mike here, but we appreciate you both being here. Mike,
Andy?
you are...
Let me try one here.
Go ahead.
I feel like the Bush administration hung him out to dry, made him the scapegoat, made him the fall guy for all their failures on Katrina. Please respond.
I wish I could respond. As you know, I've been a longtime Republican. I was on Ronald Reagan's transition team. The Bush administration did precisely that. It was very disappointing for me. I tell you, I voted for Bush 2 times.
In what respect did they do that?
This is your friend. They hung him out to dry.
They absolutely hung him out to dry. Well, they did several things. One, they didn't support him when he needed some support. This could have been a fairly simple thing. They knew what was going on. They knew that Mike was doing his job. He was doing it properly. They knew that he had told them what was going on at FEMA, what the problems were at FEMA, and what needed to be done to fix it. One, they didn't listen to that. Apparently, or at least they didn't act on it. 2, it turns out, as soon as this whole, what I've called the media maelstrom started, all this feeding frenzy that happened, I thought they were simply being, they were lacking courage. I thought they were not wanting to get in the middle of that. Turns out what they were really doing was taking it and running with it and pushing that feeding frenzy along. Let's blame all this on Mike Brown, and that'll divert attention away from us.
FEMA. We're talking about the Katrina situation, and we also have with us Andy Lester. Andy is his lawyer who helped him out on Capitol Hill during the Senate hearings or the congressional hearings on that. How difficult was that?
You know, when we first went to the first hearing at the House of Representatives, 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after landfall, one of the interesting things was some of these questions. The questions asking for about a 10, 15, 20-word response were 1,800 words long. What type of question is that? These were shows.
Speeches.
Yeah, these were shows. These were opportunities to get in front of the cameras and score points back home. What I would have liked to have seen, and from some of the members we did see, were real, live, honest questions, asking for facts, asking for information.
I think generated legal action, lawsuits, any of the things you're having to deal with?
Oh, no. I mean, well, I've been dealing with Congress and the testimony and all of that, but you know, this hanging out to dry is simply wrong. I don't know what it is in our politics that we like to do this to people. We do this on a regular basis. We put people up there in front of Congress to go get yelled at, to go get be the fall guy. In this case, what was very gratifying was we actually had those videotapes, and those videotapes proved that what Mike Brown was doing and what he was saying, that he was doing the right thing. I had to keep answering questions. It's the same question. Roommate of Joe Albaugh in college? Well, they didn't even go to the same school. It took 2 months to get somebody finally to figure that out in the media and start reporting that.
Recklessness is what you're saying.
Yes, you just kept saying it over and over. It became an urban legend. You and Joe Albaugh were best friends. He got you the job.
Once somebody said it, then it was gospel. There was this Time magazine article. Same thing. Same thing. You print it, it's gospel. Everybody reports it. It's the truth.
And it's hard to unring the bell once it's been rung.
Right, and I think that's what's been unusual for me, which has been very gratifying, is we've had a very unique chance in American history to
Back on Flashpoint, we just wrapped up with former FEMA director and Oklahoma native Mike Brown and his attorney Andy Lester. They were both very, very forthright in what they had to say.